everyone, I am Engineer Selassie from Halo Academy and Brain Boosters. Today I'm really thrilled to talk to you about everything you need to know about laptop. About when you think of about laptop, we have CPU, we have GPU, we have RAM, we have hard disk, and we have resolutions, and we have different ports, and we have also the keyboard, the mouse, and all these specifications has a lot of knowledge. It needs a lot of knowledge. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the tools and techniques you need. And starting from this day, you will never ask anyone about the whole idea of buying a laptop, and I'm going to do it, and I'll come back in a minute. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Salas Sandayo. I'm civil engineer, and this is from Halo Academy and Brain Boosters. And today the topic I want to discuss with you is unlocking the secret of buying the perfect laptop. So if you have a laptop or you are planning to buy a laptop, but how do you know the specification of your laptop? So the main idea of this presentation is going to show you everything you want to know about laptops. So the topic we are going to discuss in this short video is going to be how to check CPU specifications, recommendation method presented. There are around 15 or 16 type of tool and techniques are presented, and hard disk drive specification, RAM specifications, and can you compare your CPU benchmark result with others, because once you get your laptop results and you have to compare it with there are a lot of websites I'm going to show you in this presentation, and again resolution and GPU configuration details of the laptops, and battery recommendation checks, keyboard, mouse, the output port of the laptop, touch and pen inputs, USB, Bluetooth drivers, audio, fire. As you see, a lot of things are included in the laptops, and in this short video I'm going to show you everything you need to know, and how to check your laptop is refurbished or not. So we have two methods, and warranty status, we will discuss about that as well. Some sample laptop specifications and conclusions. Okay, and as you can see, we have a lot of tools I'm going to show you. You will be excited. I can assure you that after you finish this video, you will be expert on laptop. You will never ask anybody about the specification and what kind of laptop you're gonna buy, whether you are a gamer or a video editor. You're gonna have a lot of videos you are going to edit, or you are just a normal user. I'm going to show you whatever you need. So as you can see, we can use command prompt, and I will show you we have a lot of commands as well, and you can use that. We have CPU Z tool, we have process explorer, we have Cinebench R23 tool, we have disk speed tool, black magic tools, we have CPU ID, HW monitor, we have sys gauge tool, we have HD10 tool, and we have Nova bench tools, we have disk marks. We have a lot, and after that for benchmarking we can use user benchmark as well, and CPU Z and Geekbench. These are all the softwares we are going to use here. Even I can show you here now. We can start from here. This is MSI, and we're gonna have let me show you here. We have CPU Z, and I will show you about the CPU, the main board, the memory, the graphic, the bench, and everything you want to know I'm going to show you. And we have also this processor explorer, because everybody knows task manager, but this is why we're gonna use this. I will show you in a minute. And we have also the disk speed test, and we have other also. We have this HD10 hard disk utility, this benchmarking information, health of your CPUs, error if there is error in your. This is the size of your hard disk drive, and we can start it now, but I will come in a minute also how we're gonna do it when we start it. As you can see, the hard disk, each byte, this represent the byte of your hard disk, and it's going to, you see, it's going to start rendering byte by byte. As you can see, one byte is 8 bits, so each byte will be checked, and it will check if there is any error in your hard drive, and we will come in a minute, but I'm just trying to show you. Here also we have disk, this is how you scan, and it will give you a lot of information about your disk. And this one we will come clear, we will do this also for benchmarking, but this is also user benchmark software we're gonna use. And we have this also ATTO disk benchmark tool. This is also, once you start it, it will give you a lot of information about this is also, as you can see, CPU ID, HW monitor. This is another tool we're gonna have, and this is just a high level presentation I'm giving you here. And we have also online, we can check also, like for example, if you come to check the graphics and everything, this is, as you can see, dead pixel check. We have a dead pixel check once you started it. I'll show you in a minute. And the mouse also, our mouse is working or not, we're gonna check with this one. And we have afterburn. This one will give us about GPU. And this is the full presentation also. I have just in our Halo Academy and Brain Boosters, and I present it here. So we will come back in a minute. Just let's go to here. So we have a lot of benchmarks, and as you can see also, we have a lot of testers, dead pixel and backlight block tests. We have trackpad test, CPU performance and stress test. We have CPU temperature monitor, CPU voltage and overclocking you, and we have also GPU frame per second test. And we have also I'll show you in a minute. We have also, you see, we have Cinebench. This is very important, and it will give you the benchmark of your desktop, and we will discuss, but because it will take time, we can, for example, we can start once you, for example, for my laptop, as you can see, Intel Core i5, this 8250U CPU. I have 4 cores and 8 threads and 1.8 gigahertz, and the operating system is Windows 10 and 64-byte core. This is my laptop specification. And for example, if I start scanning, it will take time. For example, like it might take around 10 minutes. So once you use Cinebench, and we will come in the moment. Once it starts scanning, we will go to our presentation, and I will walk you through step by step. And at the end of this video, I can assure you that you will be expert on laptop when you're gonna buy for your specific need. For example, if you are a gamer, you need high spec, and we're gonna see it in a short minute. And if you are just using word processor or Excel or simple tasks, and no need to worry about high specifications. But as you can see now, we already start scanning. I hope it starts already, but the time should come. That's why I'm waiting. And once yeah, it's processing. Let's go back. Once it starts, and then yes, you see it's performing rendering test, and this is preparing projects, and approximately it will take around 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes it will give us the whole performance report of our laptop for multi-core or single core. As you know, our CPU, we have a minimum of 3 cores, like level 1, level 2, level 3, especially this time. The advancement of technology and the CPU, we have also virtualization systems and other systems that our operating system develop, and through virtualization, multitasking and multi-processing systems, we can do a lot. And that's why single core we will check as a single core, but most of the time we have multi-core. So we will see that in a moment. And we shall see. It's a kind of yes, thank you. So what we are going to do, these are all the softwares, GPU, frame per second, and everything we will come in a moment. So introduction, I gave you enough introduction. So we are going to discuss everything about CPU, RAM, and we're gonna discuss about hard disk and what is HDD and what is SSD, which is the best. And I think the arena is now took over by SSD because HDD is a little bit slower, and we're gonna see. So the first step is to decide on the type of laptop you need. This will depend on what you plan to use in the laptop. As I said, if you are a gamer, or if you need a laptop more powerful, hardware done. If you are just using the basic tasks, if you use basic tasks, there is no need to say the specification to go to the higher spec. So in general, just to wrap up what we are going to discuss here, we're going to discuss about CPU, what is CPU speed, number of CPU cores, and CPU generation, and you have to take care also the CPU generation, RAM, random access memory. This is a random access memory, means just before any program executes, the CPU took all the files it needs from the RAM, and once the RAM size, the RAM speed, and the RAM type has huge impact on our CPU in our system. Secondary storage, HDD, SSD, also we will see, because in this time most laptops use HDD, but this time everybody is using SSD because of the speed, but it is very expensive, so you can upgrade your laptop from HDD to SSD. So HDD disk drive versus solid state drive, we will see, and type and comparison, and laptop screen resolution, whether it is high definition or full high definition or 4K, and the battery life, GPU, graphical processing unit, dedicated versus integrated, operating systems, and what kind of operating system you use, whether Ubuntu, Unix, Linux, Windows, and Mac, we will see, and warranty, whether it is local or global or on-site or regular, we're gonna see. So these all things will be discussed. So the CPU configuration, this is the first thing you have to take care, because the CPU is the brain of the laptop, and the type of the CPU, the speed, the number of cores, the type of CPU, because we have Intel or AMD most of the time. As you can see, most gamers tend to use AMD, but Intel is most of the time, most people use Intel. So the speed is measured in gigahertz, and the number of cores is used either 2 or 4. It's best to get a laptop with at least dual core CPU with a speed of 2 gigahertz or higher. This is just a recommendation for a minimum. Clock speed is very important on CPU, because how many clock cycle a CPU could perform in a second. The higher the clock speed, the higher the computer. So 1.5 gigahertz clock speed is for email, Word, and lighter works. But if you are using like gaming and apps and lots of stuff, then 2.3 gigahertz or higher is highly recommended. So the methods I am going to show you now. For example, the first thing is we can open the task manager, and from the task manager we can go here. So as you can see, this is a task manager, and we have all the tasks are running here. So if you want to see, the first method is after you open the task manager, you go to performance. Okay, you go to performance. Once you go to performance, as you can see now, I open a lot of things here. Even the synapse is running, that's why it's a little bit high. As you can see, the CPU, I have Intel Core i i5-8250 CPU and 1.6 Hertz, and this is as you can see here, utilization speed 1.95 gigahertz, process threads means process in action, in execution, and as you can see, base speed is 1.8 gigahertz, and socket is 1, and core is 4, and logical process is 8. As you can see, 8, and as you can see, virtualization is enabled already, and I have 3 caches here, L1, L2, L3 embedded in our CPU. So the first step, the first method about to know everything about your specification of about your laptop is just go to here, open the memory. As you can see, the random access memory, we have 8 GB, and the speed, as you can see, 2400 megahertz, a slot used 1 of 2, as you can see, factors and hardware reserves, availability, everything is you can see the specification. The most important thing is here, and the speed. Again, the disk, this is the for me, I don't have SSD, so hard disk drive. So as you can see, this is the disk, and as you can see, capacity is 9000. Even if my capacity is 1 terabyte, but it shows here 932 gigabyte. Don't worry, this is fine. But what you have to see is average. This is the capacity you have to see. Once formatted this one, the writing and reading speed is already, you can find it here. So as you can see, Ethernet and Wi-Fi's. As you can see, dual band wireless AC 316, and GPU. And if you don't have dedicated GPU, if you are not a gamer or something, you don't need, because this is your GPU. As you can see, Intel RUHD graphics 620. So this is the driver version and driver dates and direct everything, physical locations, and share GPU memory utilization and everything. So as you can see, we can get everything you need about your CPU, about memory, about disk, and everything from Task Manager. This is the first step. So as you can see, you can go there, you can see in the graphical manner and everything. The second step is CPU configuration detail. We have CPU Z tool, will give you enough information about the CPU. So we can go here, I think this one, yeah, you see. So you can go here and download, and you can use it. This is free, okay, this is free. I will put it in the link also in the video. But as you can see, we have the CPU. It will give you the name, Intel Core i5. This is the Intel, blue Intel. So code number is here, maximum, and package and technology, core ID, and everything you do. You see the core speeds, the cache L1, L2, L3. L1 means level 1, level 2, level 3, and multi layers and bus. Again, you can go to the main board. It will give you everything you need. This is the memory, DDR4. You see, the memory we are using is DDR4, and everything you need. Graphics card, as I showed you, Intel RUHD graphics, this, and the bench, and about everything is here. So this is a very good, the first gift I am going to give you, CPU dead, and you can get any info. This is a method 1. Method 2, you can go CPU, yeah, this is the method 1, method 2. Now let's go to method 3. This is not basically a method, but what it will give you is, this is Process Explorer. You can go to this website and you can download it, you can use it. This Process Explorer, it will give you detailed information about which process is taking much of your space. Okay, I think I opened it. Where is it? I think it was opened. Yeah, it was opened. As you can see, this Process Explorer, it will give you much detail, more than Task Manager. So if you can see for example, if you go to any process, and if you want to see under that process how many threads are working, for example, if you go property, right click, if you go to the property, wait, instead of here, let's go to the processes. Let's go, for example, property. I want to show you something. Performance, trades. You see, you can get a lot of information here. It will give you detail. It will give you detail. And for example, if you go to processes, yeah, properties and PID description, and for example performance graphs, yeah. So in this way you can get a lot of information. But which program is taking up your memory, you can come and see like this. Okay, anyways, this is the other thing. So this is Process Explorer. I hope it will help you. This is the third method. Okay, let's go to the fourth method. The fourth method is CPU performance and stress test. Remark, you should check the fan noise. Once, as you can see, this is running for us, but it will, you see, now it's running. If you see now, while it is running, it will rendering also. You will see it in a moment, because the speed, the performance of our laptop is measured, and as you can see, once it's finished, our score will come here. The score will come here, and I will show you how we're gonna check our score compared to other websites. And just in a moment, as you can see, it's already almost completing, so it's rendering, you see. But this will show Cinebench R23 will show you the performance of your laptop. You see, it's scanning the GPU, the CPU, the RAM, and all the performance, and it will give you the point. Okay, the point at the end of the day, it will give us the point. Okay, here, once it's completed, this color, you see, this is our 1.8 gigahertz Intel Core i5-825U CPU. This is my laptop, and after it's finished, still it's working, it will give you the score. Once it will give you the score, you're gonna check it. We have another method, I will show you in a moment. We will take our score and we will check it with other millions of users with the same laptop, their score, and we will know that our laptop is performing well or not. Okay, so I will advise you to use Cinebench, and this is how we're gonna use. So let's run, we don't have time. So we have also method 5. We're gonna use this speed. This is Blackmagic, and if you this is the Blackmagic. As you can see, just again you can go to this link and you can download it, and once you start, you see it will start write and read. This is for the disk. Okay, this is for the disk. We will use it. So as you can see, it will start checking the write and read speed of our hard disk. But this will be discussed in I will show you here, but it will you will use it when we will come to hard disk drive. So we will see it. It's now checking, but it will give us, when we come back later we will see it. Okay. So the sixth one will be CPU ID. Yeah, I think, yeah, CPU ID. This is another, you see, tool. Everything about your CPU, how many CPU you have, as we have seen here, we have how many here, virtual CPU here, how many, 8 logical processors. So these 8 logical processors, as you can see, CPU 1 up to 7, and this is the performance, and it will give you the thermal also, because none of these should be greater than 90 degrees centigrade. And you can find the cores also, you see, the speed, everything, the temperature, the power, the voltage, clock, the clock speed, as I told you, in megahertz, utilization, temperature, and the graphic GPU utilization. So everything, the information you can get from here. And let's continue. This is method 7, sys gauge. Okay, this is sys gauge. Is a system and performance monitoring utility allowing one to monitor the CPU usage, memory usage, network transfer rate, operating system performance, the status and resource usage of running program, file system information, USB performance, disk space usage, disk read activity, disk write activity, and everything, as you can see. So let's go to sys. Let's go to sys gauge. Okay, so this is sys gauge. As I told you, now sys gauge is used for the CPU usage, memory, and all this disk space and everything. So we can come here, the link is down below, you can download it and you can see, as you can see, free memory and every information, total process, threads and handlers, and the CPU, all the system you can find here. So the monitor, you can find memory, the processors, system analyzers, and everything. It's processing, and as you can see, it's analyzing. But you can do like this: system analyzer. You can start it, and automatically it will start analyzing, and it will give you the result. It will give you the result. And as you can see, we have also charts. It will give you like this. So in this way we can use sys gauge. This is number 7. So number 8, HD10. We have HD10, so we can use HD10. Where is it? Wait, give me a moment. This one. As you can see, this is HD10. Also, this is another tool. You can use it for benchmarking. You can just start it, and it will start scanning your computer, and the transfer rate and everything. The graph will show you the information, and it will give you. And as you can see, the temperature and everything is here. All the information, the health, error also. For example, it's benchmarking. After some time, if you give it a time, it will give you the result. Okay. And as you can see, also you can scan your hard disk byte by byte. This is the total memory, and the memory will quick scan it, and it will start scanning. Okay, it will start scanning, and byte by byte, if there is any problem in any addresses, in any location, and the system will pop up. The system will give us the information. Now it's scanning, and the heads of here, and it will start in a minute. If it is okay, it will give us green. Okay, it will. Okay, we will come. We will continue. So this is HDTurn, a tool designed to provide information regarding a computer hardware disk performance. So you should expect a complete analysis report through this software. And let's go to that. This is 8. Now let's go to 9. The 9 is Nova Bench. This is the Nova Bench. What you can read, you can go through. Okay, you can go through, and what it does is it will give you the complete report, the benchmarking, but they have pro option and the free version also. But as you can see, you can make a lot of tests: floating point test, the integer test, MD5, hashing speed, the 3D graphic tests, the RAM speed test, the disk write speed test, and it will take around 7 minutes, and it will give you the complete results of the performance of your laptop. Okay, you can use this as well. This is the link, and you can download it, and you might use it. And our next is CRYSTALMARK. I think this is our CRYSTALMARK. As you can see, once you can download it from this website, and it's free tool. And CRYSTALMARK is a small utility that allows you to benchmark your disk and hard drive performance. It allows you specify many advanced options to determine how your drive perform best. So this is the result, and you can run it again. For example, if you want to run it, you can run it, and it will start in a minute. As you can see, you choose your location, disk location, then start. Once you started it, it will go to that specific location. For example, for us, C drive. So it will go and scan, and it will give us the write and read performance. Okay, and let's go to the next method, and it will be our 11. This is disk tech. This is also the same. You can go ahead and read, and this is the software. You can download it, and it will give you good information. Again, this ATTO disks. This is the ATTO disk, and as you can see, we can choose the target disk, and once we choose the target disk, and we can start scanning. So once we start scanning, it will give us the write and read result, and the graph will populate here in a minute, but it will take time, so we will come back in a minute. But this is ATTO disk benchmark is a very popular hard disk and SSD benchmark tool, offer nice features to benchmark RAID setups. Okay, the same is true here. SSD benchmark. This is the website. You can go and you can download it, and you can use it. It's free application, and it will give you the score of your SSD disk.